We trust the ground beneath our feet. Soil is the heart of every garden and farm, the quiet partner in every harvest, and the silent keeper of tomorrow's hopes. But look closer, and the familiar foundation of our lives is changing in ways we can no longer ignore. Each year, millions of tons of plastic, bags, bottles, hidden wrappings, find their way into the soil. Sometimes the invasion is obvious, but most times, it's as invisible as the air. Microplastics, tinier than a sesame seed, seeping deeper with every rain or plow. For Sridhar Jayagowda, a young farmer on the outskirts of Belgawe, Karnataka, plastic was a miracle. Mulch films covered his fields, keeping the weeds at bay and boosting his paddy and chili yields. His family's harvests swelled, but with each season, Sridhar faced a new dilemma: strips of plastic entangled in roots, blackened and brittle, piling up with nowhere to go. The only answer: burn it, bury it, or let it blow, releasing hidden poisons or choking the land he depends on. India, like much of the world, has embraced plasticulture in pursuit of plentiful yields and food security. Today, nearly every farm uses plastics for mulch, irrigation, greenhouses. But with each success, we plant uncertainty. Left in the earth or burnt under the sun, plastic shatters into fragments. Micro and nanoplastics, that are carried by wind and water, and enter the tissue of crops, animals, and perhaps us. Beneath the surface, microplastics change the very nature of soil. They block water, disrupt the flow of nutrients, and trigger chemical reactions that can poison earthworms and microbes. Over time, microplastics may make soil compacted, starving crops of oxygen and water. They leach chemicals, known to disrupt hormones and risk cancer. And as plants drink, they take up more than life from the ground. They may absorb plastic itself, bringing it to our tables. In Jambhali village, Maharashtra, plastic once promised prosperity. Now, Naik Gaikwar, 69, remembers a well filled not with water but the memory of promises gone wrong. After harvest, what do we do with all this plastic? He wonders. With every flame that burns plastic mulch, his fields fill with toxic smoke. With each piece left behind, the earth hardens, the worms disappear, and the crops come up weaker, battered by forces he cannot see. Science reveals a dark harvest. Microplastics in soil can change the structure, block water from soaking in, and harm living creatures. Over years, these changes ripple outward, crops become less resilient, fertilizer needs soar, and the natural food web falters. Most plastics used in agriculture are designed for just one life. After they serve their purpose, less than 5% are recycled in India. The rest is buried, burned, or abandoned. Farmers struggle to pay for recycling, and few rural areas have collection services. Even when plastics are put in landfill, they break down slowly, leaking chemicals into soil and water for centuries. Every season, this waste grows. The problem is not just one of agriculture, but of how we value the land itself. But in many corners, seeds of hope are being sown. Community groups and NGOs sweep the fields clean one morning at a time. Schools teach the dangers of microplastic pollution and the beauty of working with nature, not against. Laws have begun to change. In 2024, India set new plastic waste management rules, defining and banning certain microplastics, promoting biodegradable plastics and urging industry to take responsibility. Across the globe, governments and innovators are pushing for solutions. From bio-based mulches made of starch or compostable films that melt harmlessly back into soil, to India's growing efforts for plastic-free villages. Chemical recycling, advanced sorting, and even enzymes that eat plastic may turn yesterday's waste into tomorrow's resource. Such new technologies can close the loop, making plastic not a problem to bury but a material to keep in use, over and over. But technology alone is not enough. The real transformation begins with each of us, with how we buy, what we leave behind, and what we demand. Soil is where memory and future meet. Every crop, Every meal, every breath begins here. Today, soil asks us not just to harvest its riches, but to protect it from harm we cannot always see. Plastic pollution in soil is not an abstract problem. It is a story lived daily by farmers, by the food we eat and the health we cherish. Our choices can heal, or they can harm. Let us work, together, for a world where the ground beneath our feet gives life, not plastic, not poison, but harvest, hope, and belonging. The earth is not just beneath us. It is within us. And as we nurture it, so it will nurture generations to come. Be part of the solution, for Sridhar, for every farmer, for every child. Choose, recycle, support, and speak for a plastic-free earth.